welcome back to the GamecockScoop.com podcast, the official podcast of GamecockScoop.com on Rivals. We got a very special little segment here today with Sidney Fugar, recent O-line commit out of Western Illinois. Has played 2 seasons at Western Illinois, right? You redshirted as a freshman and was your redshirt freshman year. Was named the Offensive Lineman of the Year for the Leathernecks this past year. Thanks for joining us, Sidney. So I just had a couple questions as Gamecocks try to get to know you here. How did you end up landing on South Carolina as a potential landing spot in the transfer portal, and did you have some other options you were kind of looking at?
So I'll start off with the first part. So the way I landed it was me and Coach Teasley, we kind of go way back from my days in prep school. And so, we talked when he was at North Carolina Central. And so that's how we kind of rekindled our relationship from then. He told me that I made a big weight change and like I didn't even look like the same person that I looked like back in high school. And so me kind of, looking more different and looking more clean on tape kind of, drew him to that. And so yeah, but also had a couple of other options, like you said. I had Cincinnati, I had ECU, Hawaii, Memphis, the list goes on. But I feel like South Carolina was definitely the best option for me for sure.
Yeah, so I guess that kind of leads directly into my next question, which was you just visited officially this past weekend and then kind of locked things in immediately after that. Was there anything specific about the visit that kind of convinced you that this was the right place?
Honestly, what really convinced me was the family environment. I mean, everything was just so genuine. Everything was so just loving. I mean, a particular thing that kind of stood out to me was, as soon as we got there, they they gave my mom a bouquet of flowers, and I just thought that was like, the best thing ever. And we fast forward to that, we went to film, and he kind of showed me like how how important I would be, and how like all the great things that I'm showing on film and stuff like that, and just connecting with the whole coaching staff and feeling just all the love. It was just amazing. That's what
Yeah,
convinced me.
so coming off of the 2022 season, you have the center, the right guard, and the right tackle all moving on because they're running out of eligibility. Do you see yourself slotting into one of those roles, or have they given you any indication of kind of where you might project?
For right now, I mean, I know Coach Teasley definitely wants me at tackle, so I mean, I'm ready to play either or, and just be flexible as of right now. But for sure, I'm definitely going to tackle and trying to make a big impact.
We talked a little bit before we got on the recording about Tennessee offering you out of high school, but because of timing of coaching changes and stuff, that didn't necessarily work out. What does it mean for you to get a chance to like now join an SEC team and kind of prove that you belong at this level after spending some time in Western Illinois?
Um, it really means a lot to me. It means, like you said, I can really show my skill set in front of the biggest stage in college football, and I feel like I have a lot to prove still. And I'm just ready to actually start and actually show people that I really do belong in the SEC, and I'm ready to make an impact at South Carolina. And if it has to be this season, it definitely will be. If I have to show it in the spring, it definitely will be something that I really demand to really show the world who I am, and then show them that that South Carolina picked up one of the best tackles in the transfer portal for sure.
Hey, that's awesome. I know all of our listeners are happy to hear that as well. Do you plan to participate in spring ball? Like, are you trying to enroll here shortly?
So I'll be enrolling in the next couple of days. So I'll definitely be there for spring ball.
Awesome. And then on the visit, did you get to meet Lonnie Teasley, which you said you already had a relationship with, Dowell Loggins and Shane Beamer? And what were your impressions of those guys, if so?
Um, Coach, so let me start with Coach Teasley. Coach Teasley, I mean, me and him, like I said, we go way back. So I mean, our connection was already deep, and it just made it even more deeper as soon as we got connected in person. I mean, same thing for Coach Loggins. I mean, we talked a couple times over the phone, and just me getting to meet him in person, and it really showed how much he really wanted me. And also having a few conversations with Coach Beamer and during dinner and breakfast and stuff, and going to his offices and stuff like that. We had meaningful conversations. So I feel like I have a good connection with them already, and it's just going to get it's just going to get better, when I get there for sure.
Right. And us as South Carolina fans are still kind of trying to figure out what the offense is going to look like next year. Obviously, the new offensive coordinator coming in. What part of your specific game do you think fits in best with that offense from your understanding, and what should South Carolina fans be looking forward to from your game?
From my game personally, I mean, I think that the South Carolina fans should see a whole bunch of just nasty play, like just 60 minutes of giving hell on the field. I want to put that out there. That I want to give it my all. Like I'm a pretty adjustable guy. So I can if I have to run block the whole freaking game, I'm gonna do that. If I have to pass block the whole game, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure that my quarterback's always protected. So definitely just a nasty to play from me. That's what I'm giving for 60 minutes.
That's good to hear. Yeah, we're all kind of waiting around to see what Spencer Rattler's decision is going to be. Although we got news yesterday that Antoine Wells, who's the top receiver, is coming back. So looking
Right.
at least somewhat optimistic there. What do you think your biggest challenge will be in transitioning to South Carolina and playing in the SEC?
Um, I wouldn't say any challenges, but I would just have to, kind of just get accustomed to, just everything. Obviously, it's going to be a new playbook for me and just a new system for me. So, I mean, I guess that would be the challenge right there, just to, make sure that I adapt as quick as possible and just, pick up on everything and, just stay as locked in as possible. It's a new journey for me. So I just got to pick up things as much as I possibly can in these next couple months before spring ball.
Well, it'll certainly be warmer than Connecticut and Illinois, I think. So, um, do you have any final thoughts for Gamecock fans before we get out of here?
No, I just want y'all to, kind of just watch out for me in these next couple months. I mean, like I said, I'm ready to give it my all, and I hope the Gamecocks are ready for me.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today, Sydney. This has been the Gamecock Scoop podcast with Sidney Fugar, and we will see you soon.